Now we're going to be live on mixtv.tv, so we welcome in our watching audience this afternoon as well as we surprise you and have a couple of interviews this afternoon. One of our friends that I have known, I've had the pleasure of knowing over the past, 3-4 years, is Diana Whittle, and she is a very important part of our community, part of Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church as they do their Sack Pack programs, which help children in Cleveland city schools. With those who have those, I guess we'd say those food deficiencies as school begins back over the school year. So,
right.
Diana, so I'll welcome you in here. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Doing great. So, out of that introduction, what did I leave anything out there? I mean, it's school starting back, and so is what you guys do there at Wesley Memorial. You guys are gearing up to be able to start sending those sacks home with students on Fridays.
Right.
To get them through the weekend if they have some, food deficiencies at home. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
We pack them on Wednesday at the church, deliver them to the schools on Thursday morning, and then the teachers distribute them to the children on Friday as they're going home for the weekend. This is a small amount of food for these children to be able to eat over the weekend. Because, see, they get free breakfast and lunch at school during the week.
Right.
But on the weekends, some of these children may or may not have any food.
You know, the other thing, too, that we've talked about in previous conversations, sometimes there's no food in the home. That's part of the problem. And other times, there's just no way. Parents are working. They're gone. The children, unfortunately, are by themselves a lot.
Right.
So they got to fend for themselves. So that's an issue sometimes as well.
Right. That's for sure. And we try to make it pretty easy for them to, packages they can open and know what to do with them.
Right.
So
we do encourage people that are watching and listening in this afternoon to get involved. And that's what you're here to tell us about. And primarily, what you need for people to do is get involved monetarily, because you got to buy these products that you put in these sacks that these kids take home on the weekends.
Right.
It's not something that's free to you guys. You have to purchase it, but you do purchase it in bulk, which makes the dollar stretch more, right?
Right. We purchase a bulk of it from the food bank in Chattanooga. In fact, I had a delivery this morning of close to $9,000 worth of food.
My goodness.
And that's for not quite a month.
Wow.
In fact, some of the items that I was looking for when I ordered, they did not have them in stock. So I'm going to have to keep watching in the next week or so. And once I get them in stock, I've got to be able to order them quickly and have them delivered.
But so you can't do that unless you have funds available to make those purchases, right?
Right, because we spent over $44,000 last school year.
My goodness.
Over $44,000 in one school year.
Well, let me stop you right there, Diana. How that $44,000, how was that money raised last year?
The church congregation.
Wow. So they got the bulk of that. But, but let's face it, COVID has hit. The economy's tougher than it's ever been in quite some time, depending on which side of the aisle you're talking to. But some of that, we know grocery prices are up. So it's a thing to where I think that this is not really just a Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church program. No. It's a community program.
Right.
And that's what you're here to say today.
That's why we want to invite the community to get involved. What we're asking is for everybody in the community that possibly can to please sponsor one child, 2 children, 10 children, I don't care.
Right.
And you can sponsor one child for the entire school year for $100.
Wow.
Now that is pretty darn cheap.
Yeah. I mean, what you guys do with stretching those dollars by buying from the food bank in bulk. And let's face it, you're not buying junk either. This is not junk. No. You try to make sure the kids have what is in that bag, as I probably know. Explain to our listening audience what's in that bag.
Well, we would give them a small box of juice, preferably orange juice in the wintertime if I can get my hands on it.
Right.
A container of milk that does not have to be refrigerated. A container of cereal. A box of macaroni and cheese. 2, 3, 4 granola bars or Rice Krispie bars or whatever I can get my hands on.
Right.
Applesauce pouches or applesauce containers. Christmas time, we would spend a little bit more money and purchase oranges for them. I'd like to be able to give them more, like an M&M's thing or something, but we don't do that very often.
Right.
That's additional expense.
And it's not, and you're wanting to make sure they got something healthier to eat.
Right.
But it would be nice to give these kids a treat if the budget ever would afford that.
They're kids.
Yeah, so every kid loves a little something on the side every once in a while. So again, Diana Whittle is here. She represents the Sack Pack program for Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church. You guys, like you said, we talk privately, not only today, but other times when you've been by the studio. And you said, Dwayne, it's just gotten bigger than the church can handle on its own.
Oh, it is.
So we need some community help. And we know the community wants to feed children. We know that they want to do that. And Diana, I believe you told me that you guys service 7 schools, 7 city schools. Am I right?
Right.
Do you know off the top of your head what those schools are by chance? Or?
I sure do.
Okay, tell me who they are.
Blythe Bower, Arnold, Stewart, Yates, Cleveland Community, Candies Creek, Cleveland Middle, Cleveland High School. And then we also do Goal Academy.
Goal Academy. So basically it's 7 to 8 different facilities.
Right.
You guys, and on a normal week, I guess we got to compare last year's numbers. About how many a week did you have to take to these 7 locations?
Let me go back to before COVID. We were doing a little over 300, maybe 350, 360 a week. COVID hit. We hit to 640 bags.
Wow, so you doubled.
Every week. And I expect it to go up closer to 700 next year.
My goodness.
This next year, in just a month.
Right.
I really do. I think it's going to hit close to 700.
Yeah,
And all of the food, let me say this, too, that with the food order that I received today from the food bank, all the prices have just jumped sky high.
I'm sure.
It's just awful. We buy what we can from the food bank, but we're also going to Costco, Sam's, Aldi's, Walmart, Dollar Store, whoever's got what we're looking for in the quantity that we need.
Right.
Aldi's has been really good to help us out.
Well, good. And I know that basically we're here to get information out today, but the main thing that we're trying to do is rally community support. School starts very, very soon. I believe for Cleveland City, they have their phase-in days next week.
Yeah.
And so they'll be back into full force here before you know it. And those kids, they'll be looking for those Sack Pack. If they're used to getting those last year, which a lot of them did, they're going to be thinking, well, this year, here we go again. We at least get some things to take home on Fridays to kind of help us tie us over to the weekend. It's over. And so I guess my next question, Diana, would be, how can people get involved? I know that sometimes you use volunteers. Are you still using volunteers from like Cleveland State and places?
The whole program is volunteers at Wesley. Yeah. Well, I'm just so proud to say that everybody there has a heart for this ministry and is volunteer. We pack on Wednesdays. I'm there 11, 12 hours on Wednesday. So I'm there the entire day. All you have to do is give me a call, make sure I'm not in a class or anything, and come in and pack. We start about 8 o'clock in the morning and finish around 7 at night.
So you're telling me if someone out there listening this afternoon, if a business, if an office, if an organization says, you know what, I want to sponsor one child, I want to sponsor 2, I want to sponsor 5, Basically, you're looking to do that throughout the school year.
Oh, yeah.
About $100 per child.
Right.
I mean, of course, if somebody just wants to donate $20 or $30 or $10, that will be accepted
That's
too,
great.
because
Right.
it all adds up, of course.
Right.
So, but
Yeah.
what you would really love to see is some people come behind you, behind the church in this program, and say, "Look, we know you guys have been shouldering this for quite some time. We want to help, so here's what we're going to do."
Right.
There's nothing no more special or nothing else you can do more than making sure a child can eat. I mean, and we think right here in Cleveland and Bradley County, we've talked about this in so many different interviews, that this would not be a problem. You're like, well, we're in such a great community. Look around us. Look how much wealth is in this community. There's no kid going home hungry on a Friday. Well, you're here to tell me different, right?
Right.
You're here to tell me Friday afternoon there's kids looking for those sacks to take them home,
These
or they're
kids
struggling.
are asking the teachers on Monday, when they come to school Monday morning, are we going to get our sack this week?
Right.
They are just so excited to get those every week. They can't wait until Friday. Most children will not miss school on Friday because they want that bag.
Right. Wow.
And so we're asking the community, your church, your Sunday school class, your card group, your neighbors, you have a cookout, have everybody pop in a $20 bill and send it to me. You know,
how do they get it to you, Diana? Let's go there next, because you're putting out there some really good challenges. A Sunday school class, especially a youth Sunday school class,
right?
A youth program at a church, like you said, you're getting together on a Sunday afternoon for a barbecue, or just getting together to watch college football. You say, "Hey guys, here we go, 20 in for everybody. Each family's going to put $20 in. We're going to sponsor a kid for the Sack Pack program." How do I get that to you there at Wesley?
Mail it to Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church at 34. Let me put my glasses.
Put your glasses on there. I understand.
3405 Peerless Road Northwest.
And maybe down at the bottom of the check, they'll just put Sack Pack program.
Put Sack Pack on the memo line of your check, and it'll come into our funds, and then I can take care of ordering more food. Because right now, I'm down to zero. I don't have enough for even 1 month right now.
Okay. Well,
so I
we're asking this community. Diana's going to be here with me this afternoon. She's going to come back in the morning for our morning audience, just to give you a heads up, because we want you to spread this word. So we're putting the cry out for the community. You're here asking this community to say, "Hey guys, look, school starts next week for Cleveland City, that phase in. We've got 7 schools here in the Cleveland City school system that we give food to every Friday." Now, here's something else. I don't want to get off this path, but we understand that there's other organizations that do this for a lot of the other schools.
Right.
But they don't do these for the same schools that you do.
No.
So that's why it's important. If you support other programs, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But think about this. Both programs have got to exist to make sure that all schools are covered.
Right.
So that's we want to get that out there first of all. And everybody else that's part of a different program doing a wonderful job.
Well,
Fantastic job. But we need some help for your program for these 7 schools.
We really do. And Dwayne, I also want to comment, at the end of the school years, I get a lot of thank you notes from the children for their sack packs, and I love getting those. But the thing that has really amazed me over the years, how many of those children who have nothing say that they are so glad to get the bags because they can share. They share what they have when they have nothing.
Wow.
Now, why can't the rest of this community, the community that has everything, share and give me $100?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. That's why we invited you in. We wanted you to put that plea out there. And again, Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church, thank God for those members, because they've been giving for this program for a long time, and we'll continue to give. Nobody's dropping the ball. We just need some help is what we need. And so if you are someone in this community that can help, we put out several different good ideas there, whether you're an office, maybe you're a Sunday school, an adult Sunday school class, maybe a youth Sunday school class, maybe you're a youth pastor, and you're always just looking for a little way to give back to the the community. We're not asking you to stop whatever else you're doing. We're asking you, could you possibly sponsor a child, 2 children, 3 children, 4 children, whatever you feel you could do as a group, organization, or individual for this upcoming school year. 7 schools receive the benefit of this. Diana, as we close here in our interview, we went a little long, but it's definitely worth it. Tell me those schools you service once again, please.
Blythe-Bower, Arnold, Stewart, Yates, Candies Creek, Cleveland Middle, Cleveland High School, and Goal. I'll get it out in a minute.
You got it. You got it. I was going to help you, but I wanted you to do it there. So those schools benefit from this program, folks. And without your help and without Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church, without all of the volunteers, this would not happen. And we're asking you right in the front of the school year here to make sure that this continues to do the job that it's doing and that it will continue to do. So people can volunteer if they want to help pack. They just need to get a hold of you there at Wesley Memorial. If they want to make a donation, you can either drop that by the church, or if you want to mail a check in, we'll have that information up. We'll make sure we put that up here somewhere to where you can find it on this interview that we'll post separately. And you can make a check out in the memo line there, put Sack Pack Program. You're helping these schools right here in Cleveland and Bradley County, as we know the need's going to be there this fall. We hope that you will consider doing that. Well, Diana, we appreciate you coming in so much, telling us about this, kind of giving us an update. And again, please tell the people there at Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church, thank you for everything that they've done up to this point. And I know they're going to continue, but you're like, hey, we got to find some extra hands and extra feet of God to help us out.
We feel that God wants this program to continue.
Yes. Absolutely. So, absolutely.
Need your help.
Need your help. All right, so we're going to take a break, and Dinah, we'll see you maybe again tomorrow. We'll talk about this again in the morning, okay?
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take just a quick break, and we'll come back in a moment. We'll check on traffic and weather. Stay right here with us on Mix 104.1 WCLE.